A pair of stocks are moving higher today after a Barron's story recommending them, and one stock is down after a Barron's pan. I'm Jack Otter, editor of Barron's.com. I'm with Jack Howe, senior editor at the magazine. Wow. Let's start with the happy news. Should we go with Tenet Healthcare? Leslie Norton writes a story in which she feels that the 40% hit this stock has taken this year is a bit too much, and she sees good things ahead.
It's really gotten clobbered. The company has a good amount of debt because they've had some acquisitions lately. And there has been some concern about growth in hospital admissions or the lack thereof.
We should say this is an outpatient and inpatient hospital chain.
Right, and obviously we have a lot of people who are new to health insurance in this country. And some of the, there was a surge in demand initially. That's starting to come around to some more difficult comparisons going forward.
People who hadn't seen a doctor for 10 years.
Right. So, company with a lot of debt, maybe interest rates will rise somewhere in the near future. And maybe admissions growth will slow, but Leslie points out we're still going to be adding new people to health insurance. There's plenty of opportunity for growth. The debt level looks perfectly manageable. The finances are actually quite healthy, and the stock looks cheap here. It looks like a good long-term opportunity.
Earnings have moved higher nicely. Another one with that same or similar story is 1-800-Flowers. Although I got to point out, this company went public in 1999. We're not quite half where we were when the company went public. Yeah. It's been a rough one for the stock.
I can never remember the phone number, or I would order more from them. But they've had an acquisition, Harry and David.
Yep.
You're familiar if you're looking for a $12 pair. That's your place.
Harry and David has played a role in my Christmas celebration since I was a child, so yes, very familiar.
Right, and you can't think of anything else. They sell the well-known fruit baskets and some other things. So, look, they're similar businesses, and if you combine the two, after a merger, after a buyout, the companies are always talking about opportunities for synergies, but here it seems pretty clear. You can cut out some costs, you can do some cross-selling, and you can probably move your profits higher. And so the stock has already moved up nicely since the acquisition, but David Englander points out that it still looks cheap. It's a little bit cheaper than FTD, and the growth prospects might be better.
Buying roses, get some grapefruit too.
Yeah.
And on the negative side, Bill Alpert takes a deep dive into Tessera, which he calls a patent troll. The angry analyst responses have already come out this morning, but that stock is down about 1%.
There's a nicer name than patent troll. I don't know if it's like a non-practicing entity. Is that the right?
Yes.
So it basically means.
So if I'm a journalist and I take other people's work, I guess that would make me a non-practicing journalist.
What you do here, let's say you used to make chips or some kind of technology, and you've amassed a lot of patents, and your chips business didn't work out so great, but you still have a lot of patents. You go around and you threaten to sue people because they've infringed on your intellectual property, and then you cut a deal and you get income from that deal. So with Tessera, Bill points out that this income can be very lumpy, one-time in nature, and as you use up your opportunities to sue, maybe you go through your potential growth. What this company has done is structured some of its payments so that they're made over multiple years, and it's kind of treating that in its accounting as recurring revenue, not all of it, but some of it. And he thinks that there's not really a clear case for doing that, and if you treat it like the kind of one-time revenue it is, and you work through the numbers, you end up with what looks like a pretty expensive stock.
You put a multiple on it as if that earnings stream will continue into the future,
right,
when a lot of them cut out in 2017, 2018.
Exactly.
So they have to do this again and again to make it work.
Yes.
We'll see if they do. Thanks, Jack.
We'll see. Thanks.